This side says pro-woman, pro-child, pro-choice. I'm just out here to make sure that people know that being pro-choice doesn't mean you're pro-abortion. It just means that you believe it's a choice for a woman to make.
And what is the choice? Isn't it the death of a child?
I don't necessarily think so. I think that a lot of times there's a gray area that needs to be considered in legislature when making these kind of decisions. I think that there are exceptions that need to be written into the law, and if there are, I would probably change my position.
But in Colorado, there's no exceptions, right?
There's no exceptions in Colorado, thankfully.
So, but I thought you said you'd support exceptions.
If there were exceptions, for example, a sexual assault victim or someone whose health is at risk, then I would, if the state would consider those, if they wanted to make a change to the law, I'd probably be more open to it.
Yeah. But then you said, thankfully, there's no exceptions. So.
Yeah, because if my daughter is sexually assaulted, I want her to have a right to not have to drag on that assault throughout her life and to be able to move on from it. And in some cases, that includes a very hard decision to get an abortion.
I think rape accounts for about 1% of abortions.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that abortion should be a form of birth control, if that's where, and that is unfortunately the majority of abortions.
Yeah. So then you would be pro-life in some capacities?
I would be pro-life in the exception of sexual assault and medically necessary.